Five Claw, over here. Tarn wants to speak to you. I assume you recovered the Master Key? Oh, fragrant, my friend. I have waited a long time to return to the palace. My home. Tarn will describe the plan to you. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
You didn't grow up in Rimmen Palace.
Do you doubt my claim, Five Claw?
No.
No. Sometimes I find it hard to believe as well. I was barely 13 when the soldiers attacked. My father, King Hemakar, thought the new emperor had sent troops to bolster our defenses. He was wrong.
What did you actually attack Rimmen?
Not just Rimmen. All of Anequina. The usurper queen hired an army and conquered our land to assuage her pride, her greed. She wanted to be a queen, so she killed my parents and subjugated my people. With your help, that ends today.
How did you survive the execution of the royal family?
My father's bodyguard, the King's Claw, escorted me to an adeptorium. I insisted on visiting the Grand Adept of the Desert Wind, and my father acquiesced. We were there when Euraxia attacked. Later, he took me to Gareshri. I never saw him again.
Goodbye.
This city, Rimmen, I believe I visited this place long ago. It was newer then, not quite as large, and there were definitely fewer Euraxians. I am almost certain about that.
You remember more about the time before you became a sorcerer.
It seems that before I became the emaciated epitome of perfection standing before you, I was the miscreant the world knew as Cadwell the Betrayer. My recollections of that time are all jumbled up like pieces of broken pottery in a burlap sack.
What do you think changed you?
I've been wondering about that myself. Was it the transition from life to death? When I turned into a soul shriver, perhaps the centuries I spent wandering around scenic Cold Harbor? Who can tell? I'm just glad that I'm no longer a monumental ass.
Yes. Have you had any more visions through the eyes of your severed head?
I've seen things that would curdle the cream in your cabbage pie. My original head is a menace, and that necromancer, Zumog Thum, he's even worse. They collected a pile of body parts. I think they're me, or the old me. It's all quite confusing.
Are you sure you're up to helping us to sort the palace?
Wouldn't miss it for all the shackles in Cold Harbor. I live for this kind of adventure. Besides, I want to make sure they don't get around to reassembling my old body. One of me is quite enough. Two is definitely out of the question.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Cadwell. I mean, Mr. Cleese. Cadwell Cleese. Yeah, you know.
I may not have figured out Kimira's true identity, but things have been hectic since I met her. Zamorak, though, he was easier to surmise. I recognized the bearing of the King's Claw the moment I saw him. Did you find us a way into the palace?
Your Castellan suggests we enter through the crypts. He gave me the master key.
The crypts? So that means another delightful trek through the sewers. The overwhelming stench of excrement still lingers from our last visit. Ah well. I have another task for you to deal with first, however.
What do you need me to do?
The siege weapons aim down into the city. We need to disable them before Euraxia realizes she's under attack, or she'll destroy Rimmen just to spite us. Meet Nalado and destroy 2 of the installations. Kimira will take care of the 3rd.
You think Zamorak was the King's Claw?
Just thinking out loud. A habit I acquired during my time in the archives at White Gold Tower. Zamorak once served as a royal protector. From his bearing and the way he hovers near Kimira, he had to be one of the King's Claws. It's quite obvious.
Yes, so? I can have Captain Nalado to destroy the siege weapons now.
Captain Nalado's waiting for you near the siege weapons. Work with her to put them out of commission. Once we see the weapons go up in flames, we'll head out and rendezvous with you at the sewer entrance.
Want also alert Euraxia to our presence?
I'm counting on it. After you and Nalado destroy the first 2 platforms and Kimira deals with the 3rd, Euraxia will order her troops into the streets to defend the city. That will mean fewer soldiers inside the palace to hamper our assault.
Ah. What are you going to do about Nalado, Kimaria, and I deal with the siege weapons?
Zamorak, Cadwell, and I will make our way to the sewers and deal with any Euraxians stationed there. Can't have them raise an alarm and alert my half-sister to our true intentions. Are you insinuating that my contributions are lacking?
No insinuations were intended on.
I thought you might be remarking on how spellcasting seems to leave me drained. Or perhaps you were implying that this was my fault for accidentally releasing the dragons from the halls of Colossus. No matter. Do your job, and I'll do mine.
I'll get to the far bastion. Best we don't travel together.
Good point. Alex, no. We must get to the other one. Oh God. Anyway, find the Blackwood gate, so that's something. Alright, let's go. We can't go that way, so you have to go the other way.